I'm very excited to be joined by Atlanta United's newest left back, Andrew Gutman. Andrew, welcome to Atlanta, and I guess I want to ask you, man, what are you most excited about coming into this season?
Yeah, I think I'm just excited about the team we have and all the possibilities that we're able to do. I think we have a team that really can compete for every single trophy this year. And I think that's very unique in this league to be able to say that. The combination of talent and mentality, I think when you look at our attack especially, we have probably some of the more talented players in the league. And then, just the mentality from, the first player on the roster to the last player on the roster. Everyone knows our goals for the season, and if we can continue to stay focused, I think we're going to have a really strong year.
Obviously, it takes time for a new player to get adjusted to a new team. For you, what has that process kind of been like?
Yeah, it's always a lot when you come into a new team. You kind of got to learn who everyone is, what their tendencies are, what their personalities are, and at the same time you have to learn the tactics of the team. But I think so far I've been doing pretty well.
You obviously spent some time in Mexico during the preseason. For you, how much does that help the camaraderie of this team?
When you look at MLS preseasons, a lot of teams kind of just play each other in preseason matches to get fit. And I think for us to go down to Mexico and play a completely different competition, different teams, different style, it makes us grow as a team. We learn how other teams could play against us, what certain aspects of the game could happen. And then especially off the field, we're stuck in a hotel together for 2 weeks. We're eating meals together for 2 weeks straight. So, funny moments are bound to happen. You're bound to have a great conversation with guys and just become closer as teammates and as people.
Now, Josef Martinez, one of the best strikers in all of the MLS. You've seen him from afar, now having him on your team. How nice is that?
I played against him when I was in Cincinnati. He cut through, I think, 3 of our defenders at one point and scored a goal. So that was kind of like my first taste of him. Now being on the same team with him, you can just, day in and day out, you can see why this guy is, top of the line goal scorer in the league. He just has a different mentality for himself and for the team. He expects a lot from everyone, but I think he expects the most for himself. And he's just one of those guys that I think is going to be a great leader for us and, score a lot of important goals for us this year.
Now, it's no secret that Miles Robinson has had himself a great last year. What has it been like being able to play alongside him?
Yeah, I think he makes my job a lot easier. Statistically and, all the votes and stuff, he's probably the best MLS defender there is. But the main thing about him is he's so calm on the field. It seems like nothing really bothers him. He's always in control of the situation. He always seems to play, the right ball or take the right angle to defend. And he's someone that's going to be very important to this team. He's gonna have a big impact with us. And I'm just looking to play alongside of him as much as I can and help him out.
And your head coach, Gonzalo Pineda, what has it been like working alongside him so far?
Yeah, I think he's been fantastic, especially for me. Even in the offseason, he reached out and gave me a call and kind of just wanted to get to know me as a person, even before the player side and, what the qualities that he wanted me to have and stuff. But just to kind of sit down and get to know me, I thought that was really impactful for me. It makes me want to play for him even more, and do even more for him. And, I think he's just he's a coach that expects a lot from you, and he expects, high quality performances from you, but at the same time he cares for you more as a player. And I think that's a very, very special quality to have in a coach. A lot of coaches kind of just are straight down to business and they only care about the player side. They don't care about the human side. And for him to care about both, I think is a great quality to have, and it makes the locker room want to play for him even more.
Now, one thing that's often said about you, Andrew, is you're a guy that brings plenty of energy and physicality. You've got some nastiness to you. Where does that kind of come from, and why is that important for you to bring to this team?
I don't know. For me, I know I'm not the most skillful player in the league. I don't have the best technical ability or anything like that. But, there's one quality that I think you can just have as a person, and that's just hardworking mentality, grind games out. Especially in this league, not every game's going to be pretty. It's not the best league in the world. There's not, the most technical players, but, sometimes a game just kind of needs someone to run through an opponent, and not in a dirty way, but kind of just set the tone that, what, we're here, we're not going to be messed with, we're going to kind of punch you in the face first and see how you react. And I think that's a quality that I've had as a kid. I don't know where I got it from. Maybe my dad or, the youth teams I was playing with, but it's kind of stuck with me, and I've kind of made it, a secret talent for me.
How far do you think this team can really go?
Yeah, I think the expectations is to just win everything possible. Supporter Shield, Open Cup, MLS Cup. You know, I think if you're not going for those year in and year out, then I don't really know, you know, what you're playing for. But for me personally, I'm just excited to be back. I hate the off season. I hate not playing. I hate not, you know, playing in front of fans and enjoying the game. So for me, I'm just excited to get back and hopefully build on the year I had last year and be even more impactful for Atlanta this year. I think this group is very strong mentally, and they expect a lot from each other. You know, just even in training sessions, guys will get on each other if we miss a pass or if we do something that, you know, we shouldn't do, because the margin for error for an MLS champion and not is very slim. And you know, you still got guys on the team that won it back in 2018, so they know how to win, and they're kind of going to lead us through that. And whether we need a little bit of tough love at certain moments or maybe a little bit of, you know, a little bit extra care, that's kind of up to them on how they want to deal with it. But whenever you have guys that have won an MLS Cup, you definitely kind of look at them to lead you throughout the season.
Now, the Benz is known as one of the best environments in all of MLS, and I'm wondering for you, actually having that fan base behind you instead of going against you, what is it going to be like for you this season?
Yeah, I don't even know if you can really describe it without being there. You know, I've played on many different teams. I've been over to Europe. I played in, you know, been in some big European stadiums, but something about playing against Atlanta, you know, with 70,000 people behind you, screaming, yelling, when they score, fireworks go off. It really is something special. And, you know, I said it previously, and I think I'm going to enjoy it a little differently now that I have the team or the fans behind me. And I think it's going to give me, you know, an extra 20-30% going into every home game that, you know, I have all these people behind me cheering me on, and, you know, I think it's going to be a great year.
All right, Andrew, thank you so much for your time. Atlanta United kicks off their season this Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Benz. Reporting from their training facility, I'm Reggie Chapman, 11 Alive Sports.